Alright, what's up y'all? We are back with some more PCP action. Also, I got a new background. Tell me if you like that shit. Got some My Hero Academia Pokemon crossover stuff. Made by yours truly from stuff I found on the internet, so shoutouts to me. We go against Chris this week. So, if you haven't seen the document, I suggest you go ahead and take a look at that, because everybody's got some broken ass teams. But, Chris's in particular is a little odd. So Chris has Tapu Lele, Mega Lopunny, Skarmory, Blissey, Haxorus, Raikou, Zoroark, Rhyperior, Swellow, Armaldo, and Gourgeist. So right off the bat here, you can kind of see he has any team with fucking Tapu Lele is going to be a pain in the ass to play. So let's deal with that accordingly. But I actually have a pretty decent team matchup versus him. So, yeah, so to start off here, we have Jolteon. Now you're gonna be like, what is this? Whoa. Alright, check it out, right? So, this spread looks a little intense, but it's not that complicated. This is outsped by Mega Lopunny. So, I was like, you know what, we'll go ahead and select Protect on there, that way I can get the fake off, the fake out, and not, do half to me. But then I was like, well, then I just died a high jump kick, or probably even return, and so I was going to go like bulky Jolteon. Then I realized that you don't always have to be Volt Absorb, so I got Quick Feet on this guy with the burn nerf. It's going to be awesome. Taking 6% per turn, it's no fucking biggie. Look at all this bulk on this guy, good golly. So we will outspeed everything on his team. It's essentially a Choice Scarf, while me being able to change up my moves. So we have Hidden Power Water, just because I thought if he has that Rhyperior, so that's his only Volt Switch immunity. If he does bring it, I could totally see it being Rindo Berry to help with Kartana, Roserade, Hidden Powers, all that shit. So I went Hidden Power Water just to kind of throw him for a loop there, just so if he did happen to be that berry, it wouldn't pop up. We got Volt Switch as our Electric Stab, just because, like I said, Rhyperior is the only thing on his team that is immune to it, and if he didn't bring that, I'm going to be Volt Switching for free all goddamn day. We got Shadow Ball because if Blissey is down and Rhyperior isn't there, the only thing standing in the way of Jolteon pretty much just running through his team is going to be the Gourgeist, and I am actually pretty concerned about the Gourgeist because it's one of his Z-Mons. So he can run like Z-Memento or some shit like that, so I gotta make sure I have coverage for that. Then, oh yeah, I guess I better explain the spread. So since I'm going to be taking 6% per turn, I just went ahead and did this wrong, actually. Now that I think about it, I made it a Life Orb number, so that he just has some fucking HP, and then I thought, because it takes the first two numbers. But anyways, then I have the rest in Spadef, which I now realize is pointless, and it should have probably just all been like that. Oh well. Next we got Draconium Z Squishy, the Zygarde. So this guy, you can tell it's not near as complicated as the spread of last time, but basically this guy is just there to set up in the face of Gourgeist. If I'm at neutral, Foul Play doesn't break my sub. I toyed around with Coil and stuff because, it'll boost at the same time, but Dragon Dance was the much better option. At +1, Devastating Drake has a chance to kill after, rocks. Possibly a Spike. I don't even think I ended up bringing Spikes in the end, but I was toying around with it. So we get a little bit of fire damage, maybe if he switches in on Kartana or some shit, or, we get some Volt Switch damage or something like that, then +1 Z Outrage will destroy that thing. So this is just basically, normally you'd run a bulky set or something, but I needed a speed tie with the Tapu Lele, just because if you bring Scarf Lele, I'm kind of in a problem situation-ish kind of thing, so I need to at least be able to speed tie with that motherfucker, and then, I think I can live a Psy Shock, but he'll probably definitely click Moonblast, so that will not... Yeah, I don't think I'm living. Then we got Scarf Roserade, which if you look at his team, 0 Scarf Roserade switch-ins, especially Modest. Modest is going to be ridiculous because it allows me to damn near 2-hit KO the Haxorus, so if he wants to D-Dance in my face, he's going to take a Sludge Bomb, and it's going to do 90, and if I get the poison, that's a dead fucking Haxorus. Now, this also helps deal with the Rhyperior, which again is the only thing stopping Jolteon from just switching around all willy-nilly, and if I switch out every turn, I won't even take fucking burn damage, so that's cool. Hidden Power Fire for the Skarmory. I know that's going to be his initial switch into this, if not Blissey, so if I think it's going to be Blissey, I'll have to double switch, obviously, but I think Skarmory is a pretty safe switch into this. So we got the Hidden Power Fire with Technician, which is basically, it powers it up. You know, obviously you can read what that fucking says, but it's kind of like making it stab Hidden Power Fire, which is awesome. And I also have Leaf Storm. This is not far-fetched. Leaf Storm, just in case I need some kind of like nuke button, I can just hit this thing with like a Grass Draco, basically. And I am modest, like I've mentioned. 383 special attack is nothing to fuck around with. Roserades is not fucking around. Then we have my favorite cleaner in the whole game, Scarf Kartana. Just here again. I think I brought it last week too. It's just here to defog if he has a clean switch into this and I need the rocks off, then I can go for that. But probably just going to come in here and click either Leaf Blade or Smart Strike. Originally I had SD, but I did put Sacred Sword on there just because he has that fucking Blissey, and I'm not fucking around. Not today, no sir. Then our wall breaker is this Roselli Berry Hoopa. I toyed around with the Life Orb as well as like Focus Sash and stuff like that, but I figured one more backup check to Tapu Lele wouldn't be too terribly bad, and with the berry, even a Twinkle Tackle, if he is modest, I'm living. If I don't take any damage, if I take rocks, it's a roll, but rock and roll, get it, right? So 407 and 408, like, God, that's just so strong. Look at his stats, man. Like, I shouldn't be allowed to have this on my team. Drain Punch guaranteed 2-hit KOs Blissey. If he has Protect with the leftovers, it is a roll, but if he comes in, takes a Drain Punch, it's going to be doing like 50 minimum, and you know, it'll be fun. That's if he's like, you know, Bold 252, 252. So, Psychic and Dark Pulse pretty much cover everything else, but Drain Punch is literally just there for the Blissey. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and we got the Protect on there just so we don't have to take the Fake Out into High Jump Kick from Lopunny. We can also, if I want to be a dick, I can not Protect on the Fake Out and then Protect on the potential High Jump Kick, or if he's smart, obviously he click Return, but having Protect on a Mon versus a Lopunny team, I'm never going to complain about. And the only other coverage I think I would need would be something like Trick, but we're not going to be doing all that. Then we got Ray Romano, who is just, oh buddy, it's just here to just be strong as fuck. We're not Adamant Life Orb, we are Life Orb Mamoswine. We get up the rocks, we Earthquake shit, we Icicle Crash shit, and then Ice Shard just in case his Haxorus wants to get out of control. But if I was him versus me and you're going to bring Haxorus, you kind of have to bring Yachi Berry. So hopefully we won't need this, but if we do, we get the Life Orb just in case, even if the damage is halved, it's still going to do a dickload because Mamoswine just doesn't fuck around, man. My team is stacked with stuff that does not fuck around. Like, this is a whole team of, like, if you walked into these guys are at a bar, you're not drinking there. You're gonna leave and go somewhere else because you're fucking scared. They're just gonna talk shit about you the whole time anyways. I officially don't know what I'm talking about. This guy has a Life Orb number, and then the rest just instant death because I can actually live a Moonblast, which is cool. So if he revenges me with, if he revenges Zygarde with, say, like Scarf Moonblast, then I can come in with this guy, live said Moonblast, and then fire back with an Earthquake, and then I'll probably honestly die to Life Orb, but hey, whatever. A dead Lele is a good Lele. And yeah, that's about it for the team. Let's just jump right on into the battle. So, honestly, I didn't think he was going to be bringing the Skarm Bliss core. We talked about over and over again how the one thing that destroys Skarm Bliss is fucking Hoopa Unbound. And Zygarde 2 also does pretty damn good versus it. So, I wasn't quite sure why. I guess it just mind games and shit, you know. But I'm not too worried about it. I have my designated lead in Jolteon. I can Protect on the Lopunny. And also, you can see he did bring the Zoroark. So I'm going to Protect and see if this thing goes for a move that only Zoroark would get. He goes for U-turn, showing me that he is indeed the Zoroark. Also, I didn't get frisked or anything, so yeah. But now I'm fast as fuck. He's forced to switch out into Blissey because he didn't bring the Rhyperior. So he takes some damage right there, and that's all fine and dandy. And I go right into Spookle. So he recovers some lefties, and he's going to Protect a few more lefties as I go for the Dark Pulse, predicting him to switch out. Like, obviously my play there is to go for a fighting move or to set up a sub. So I was super surprised he went for the Protect, but I thought, I mean, if he wanted to scout me out, I guess that is a good, decent play, but I don't know. I just didn't think he would be protecting there, I guess, because, you know, sub Hoopa is so good versus him, but who knows. So, yeah, I go for the pulse, and then I lure him into a, you know, false sense of security. I guess he thinks I'm going to switch out, so he just goes for the seismic tosses. I drain punch for half. More than half. Fucking, what, 40? Oh, yeah, about half. So, yeah, we do get some damage on there. I believe that first one was a low roll, too, because we don't, yeah, we can kill him. I invested just enough to be able to kill him. So, yeah, we take care of fucking Blissey, Dan, and we're Hoopa versus Gourgeist. Now, I kind of fucked up here. I saw Gourgeist and I was like, what the fuck is this thing gonna do? And I clicked Dark Pulse so fast before the thought could even come into my head that, dude, you just saw that this was fucking Zoroark. Like, what is wrong with you? So you already saw he U-turns and kills me, but I didn't really have a good switch into this anyways, because obviously if it is Zoroark, he has Sucker Punch or something like that for Jolteon. He could have Hidden Power. I might even get Ice Beam or Ice Punch or something. Flamethrower, U-turn, and then whatever special type dark move will probably dig me down. So I didn't exactly have much of a switch, so Hoopa does have to take the L on this one and just go right down. But then I get momentum on the switch, so that's cool. So we're right here with Jolteon. I know this dude's going to be sturdy, and he always has some kind of fucking shenanigans going on. You know Chris, he's shenanigans guy. We'll just, yeah, that's, So, I know even if I do Volt Switch out here, then I'm just going to have to pick something to potentially take a Toxic, or he could just set up rocks here as well. But knowing Chris, I don't know, you gotta play weird around his stuff. Last time I played Chris, he tried to trick me a lagging tail. We don't talk about the mono type battle. That didn't count. But yeah, last time I played Chris, he tried to trick me a fucking lagging tail, so I'm not playing around with this guy. I just go right for the Shadow Ball, because if he thought I was going to Volt Switch, he could just go right into Gourgeist, and then I don't have anything that can immediately kill it other than Mamoswine, and Mamoswine just invites in Skarm right back. So he could just get me in the never-ending stall loop if he wants to. So I thought, you know, if you draft Skarm Bliss, you gotta be prepared to use Skarm Bliss. So go for the Shadow Ball, break the sturdy. He's actually red card. I knew he was fucking up to something. But I'm actually into Squishy now. So I'm not going to complain. I figured he might want to go for Toxic. He might want to Whirlwind me just in case I'm going to sub up. And he taunts, which is cool because I'm faster. I 1,000 arrows so hard it breaks the fucking replay thing. I don't know, has the replay thing been fucking up for you guys? Because it seems like every replay now it's all over the goddamn place. But I just got to keep this thing low and, you know, do all that stuff. And he actually switches out with Skarmory. I guess he thought, which I did have Secret Sword, but I'm not going to click that because he could easily, I know Chris, he's going to have HP Fire on like at least 3 of these things, if not Flamethrower. I also kind of expected like, not offensive Blissey, but Blissey with Ice Beam and Flamethrower so that Zygarde and this guy couldn't set up on him. But I don't know, I actually meant to ask, I forgot to ask. So, as you guys know, I'm Scarf. I'm not doing shit to fucking Skarmory anyways. He can pretty much roost on me. So I just go for the Defog here, get these rocks off, make sure Mamoswine ain't taking too much damage. Don't want any more residual damage going down on Jolteon either. So he can do pretty much whatever he wants here. I figured he would just like Leech Seed, maybe a Toxic or something. So Roserade was my play here. That's about the only free switch I get. And he actually goes hard out into Skarmory, but Skarmory is Zoroark. I think? I don't know, because this is weird, right? So he U-turns out with Skarmory, goes in to Skarmory, yeah, because he had already taken damage, but I HP fired because I knew that wasn't the real Skarmory, and then now he's in with this, and this was fucking weird. I had to write down what 6 Mons he had because it says he has 2 Skarmorys, and I don't know how Mega Lopunny became Skarmory whenever Zoroark is, I don't know, this thing was glitching hard as fuck. I think Zoroark fucks with the custom game a little bit, but he can actually take me out here, and I figured he was Choice Scarf just by the way he was playing it, and also because, no, I guess he naturally has to be Tupa, but he locks himself into Flamethrower, which is basically saying, hey, set up with your Zygarde. So I was like, alright, cool. I go right for the 1,000 arrows. I mean, what the fuck am I saying? I go right for the Dragon Dance. He goes into the Lopunny. Expecting the Fake Out, I just sub up just because the turn doesn't really matter. And if he did go for something like a sub of his own, or a power-up punch, then I don't think it would break the sub, and I would be behind a sub. But he just goes hard ice punch, which is a good play on his part. Now, I actually have to go for the devastating Drake right here because 1,000 Arrows did like 90 max roll, like max roll, and given a couple percent just to round it up to 90. He said okay in the chat, like what the fuck. But yeah, Mega Lopunny is sneaky bulky. Now, Foul Play is going to be doing, I think, 30% or so. So I can't actually, I took off Crunch, as you saw in the team builder. I don't have Crunch on this guy. I have Sub, DD, 2 attacks. So I can Outrage here and probably 2-hit KO. Not 2-hit KO, I can come close, I can 3-hit KO, but obviously it's a Gorgai, it's just not dying. Synthesis and shit. So, his play here is easily to, if he has Foul Play, to go for it. If he has Will-O-Wisp, he can't really do that because I've shown Sub already. Yeah, Frisk me. Oh, you already saw that too. So, I actually have to sub here to put myself in range of another Foul Play so that he can't get a free switch on Lele on my Outrage. So I Outrage, just get some damage, do almost half to him. He takes the Foul Play. We see he's leftovers, and then this next part was pretty fucking funny. I sat here for so long because when I imported the set, I guess Showdown had just finished fucking up the EVs on my Mamoswine, so it made me max special attack with a negative attack nature with like 30 attack investment. So Icicle Crash didn't kill. I was like, what the actual fuck is going on? There's no way Life Orb Mamoswine doesn't kill a Gorgeist from half with Icicle Crash. There's no way. I calced it and I recalced it and it kept showing the same thing. I was like, what the fuck? And then I noticed that I was minus attack nature. I was like quiet or some shit, I think. And yeah, so I sat here for a good solid 3 or 4 minutes. I'm glad Chris didn't turn on the timer because I was fucking confused. So he does go for the Protect. I guess I could have got up my rocks there if I was a man, but at this point we do pretty much have the game sealed up, so I can just go for the Icicle Crash. And as long as he is not, we've confirmed that he's not Sash Zoroark, so as long as he is not Babiri Berry on Lele, we pretty much win here. So he goes for the Psychic, or no, he goes for the Twinkle Tackle, which was probably to guarantee kill a like bulky Zygarde. Smart Strike cleans up, man. It just cleans. And I'm also Scarf, and I actually have enough speed just for this guy. So +1 Smart Strike is going to take him out. And we do win 2-0. Chris said at the beginning that he was just happy, or he was ready to get this game over with, and he'd be happy if he could get a 3-0. Well, he got a 2-0, so who's the real winner here? No, definitely still me. But good game to Chris. It's always fun to battle him. This was our little PCP Season 2 Finals rematch. So I do take that one, thank God, because he beat me in the Monotype League. And even though that doesn't count, I'm still upset about it. So Chris, if and when you watch this, fuck you, buddy. I thought for sure he'd be bringing the either Z Memento or Z what's it called? Z Trick or Treat on Gorgeist, because that's what he did with fucking Jirachi, is he Omni boosted and he flinched me down. So I was getting pre-Vietnam flashbacks there. But that's going to be the team builder in the battle. Thank you guys for watching. I'll leave Chris's link below, even though he probably won't have his side of the battle up because he's only a part-time YouTuber. So but yeah, definitely check out at least Pat's battle in the link. That'll be there. So again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that bullshit, and bye forever.